Renting in New York can feel very overwhelming. You got fast listings, high prices, and way too much fine print. But here's the truth. Whether you live in New York City, Westchester, or Long Island, you got rights, options, and strategies you can use so that you can rent smarter. Hey everyone, I'm Deontay Laborde, a local real estate agent here in New York, and I'm here to offer you guys 8 essential tips you need to know before you start renting, whether it be your first place or even your fifth. Let's jump in. So New York has some of the strongest tenant protections in the country. So know your rights. Like security deposits must be capped at 1 month's rent. And you're entitled to a safe and habitable environment, which means there should be no infestation, working heat, and plumbing. And you can't be denied housing based on how you pay rent. We'll talk about that next. So if you're paying with a voucher, like Section 8, City Fabs, or any other housing subsidies, it is illegal for landlords to deny you just because of how you pay. That is called source of income discrimination. And in New York City and throughout the state, it's a violation of that law. So if it happens, you can report it. Speaking of vouchers, many renters don't even know what they actually qualify for. These are real available options. You have the City Fabs, you have Section 8, you have the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. There's also senior, disability, veteran programs. If you qualify, these programs can help you cover the rent or even help moving costs. So if you're going to use a voucher or pay out of your pocket, you still need to allocate a budget. That way you know what you can comfortably afford. All right, so most landlords are going to use the 40 times rule, which means that if you multiply the month rent, right, the monthly rent, you're going to multiply that by 40. Your income should be that or higher, okay? So for example, if you see a rental property for $2,000 a month, then 40 times that means your salary should be close to around $80,000, right? If it's more than that, even better. If you want to look at it from a month-to-month basis, your rent shouldn't be more than 30% of your monthly income, okay? We don't want you to be house poor, right? Having that ratio at 30% allows for landlords to know, okay, hey, all right, you have some wiggle room. God forbid something were to happen. You have money set aside for other things. You can live a comfortable life. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. You're not at risk of using your entire paycheck on this one property, because if something happens and you fall behind, that's going to be a tough position for you and for the landlord. Okay, so either two ways you want to look at it. Use the 40x rule, right, to compare the monthly rent to your annualized salary, or if you want to use your monthly income, all right, the rent should be around 30% of your monthly income. If you're looking for a place to rent, you got to move fast. So that means you need to have all your documents in order. That's your ID, your W-2s, your credit score, having recommendation letters. If you have your paperwork for your voucher ready, make sure you have this paperwork before you start touring so that when you have your application, say, hey, I have all this paperwork, I'm ready to go. In real estate, we have something called for rent by owner. And that's where the actual landlord is not going to use a broker or a real estate agent to facilitate the deal and promoting in the renting of their rental unit. So make sure when you go checking out some of these rental properties, hey, keep in mind there may be some broker fees. It's very common in New York City to have a lot of broker fees attached to a rental. So always ask upfront if there are any fees so you know how to allocate that into your budget, because you don't want, oh, I have my security deposit, I have my first month's rent, but I didn't allocate for the broker fee, and now I can't afford it and the deal falls through. So once again, be proactive and not reactive. I know we live in a technological age. Everything is online. You can get information, you get pictures, but please do not skip the step of seeing the actual property in person. You want to get the lay of the land. All right. You want to know what you're actually looking at. All right. So please do not skip the in-person tour. Actually go out, see the property, check the outlets, check things work, check if things don't work, check if the floors are janky. People can put a bunch of stuff online on the MLS, on these Zillow websites, Trulia, Realtor.com, whatever the case may be. Guys, be sure, guys and gals, be sure to actually go look at the property. Don't skip that process just because it's a rental, right? If you want to buy a house, you go see it in person. If you're going to buy a wedding ring, you would want to see it in person. Unless, I guess, you would want to see it in person. So please don't skip that step. All right, guys, my last tip. Pause. My last... All right, my last tip for you guys, please move quickly, but move intelligently or move wisely. So yeah, we know in New York, listings go very fast. You see a rental unit available on a Monday, by Thursday it's probably gone. But just because you want to move fast doesn't mean that you should not do your due diligence. There are a lot of scam listings online. Gone are the days where you'd find only those sketchy listings on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. No, these scam artists also use Zillow. They also use Realtor. They also use Trulia. So guys, please, if you see any listings that say things like, we accept payment before touring the property. No. I know some of these listings may be under market value, and that's how they get you. This goes for if you want to buy a house too. Do not fall for that trap. Anything that's too good to be true probably is too good to be true. Do not fall for it. Do not fall for the hook, line, sinker. Don't do it. Don't do it. So do not send any money to anyone before seeing an apartment, and work with a licensed agent if you need to. I recommend that you do to protect your rights, all right, so they can serve you best. But hey, if you work with an agent, make sure you know that they're licensed, that they can show proof of licensure, right? If you ask them to prove that they're licensed, by law, they should provide you with that documentation. If not, that's a red flag. And your bonus tip, of course, it's work with an agent. You can't go wrong, all right? Work with someone that you like, work with someone that you vibe with, work with someone that you can trust. If you don't know anyone, I'll be happy to offer my services. If not, that's okay too. Just offering value to you guys. If this video helped you out a little bit or gave you some more insight, hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate tips, and leave a comment below on what helped, some questions that you may have. Also, what neighborhoods are you looking in, or what neighborhoods got you a little confused, or even the situation that I can make another video on to help you and provide more value. I'm here to help. That's all I got. It's raining. I'm hungry. So guys, be safe. Much love. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Later.